Welcome back to Sikistan. Today we're recapping the uber competitive, very exciting 89 kilo class at the 2023 Asian Weightlifting Championships in Korea in Jinjeon. First up, we've got Sergey Petrovich, the Kazakhstan up and coming 89 kilo weightlifter, opening at 165. Unfortunately, was not successful with his first attempt, so he misses it behind the whole very, very strong lifter. Followed by that, we had Tian Tao coming in hot for his first attempt at a very convincing 165 kilo snatch on his opener. Nice and easy, very convincing lift, leaving us assuming that Tian Tao was ready for some bigger snatches. Now returning to the big stage, we've got Kianush Rastami, young Stalin, the most handsome weightlifter in the world, opening up with a 165 kilo snatch. Kianush has been up and down in the weight classes and has finally settled into the 89 kilo class. He's our 2016 gold medalist from Rio and just hasn't quite been the same since. Here we see him with this 165, looking a little bit ropey, solid in the bottom position, but not looking like there's a lot of room left to improve in these attempts. Sergey comes out for his second attempt at 165 kilos. If you've been following Sergey on social media, you'll know that he has been demolishing heavy weights, and this 165, very convincing. We've seen him snatch 190 from blocks not so long ago, only a couple of weeks ago. Now here's Emil, a young and up-and-coming lifter from Kyrgyzstan, a beautiful country with lovely people, smashing this 165 on his second attempt. Great lifter to watch. On his third attempt, he came very close with this 169 kilo snatch, so very successful in the catch, but on the stand-up we can see just a little bit out of position and would have been red lighted, but appeared to be of some kind of shoulder pain. Sergey comes out for his third attempt at 170, so we've seen him make more in competition at Kazakhstan Nationals, but of course the Asian stage is a little bit different, so this 170, all power, solid technique, lots of speed, very stable in the bottom position, and unfortunately he clerks the attempt. Now here is Lee Dayan looking fucking yoked at 171 kilos on his opener. Very convincing lift. Phenomenal to see, and I think we could all see where this was going on the next attempts. Looking at this, certainly his best his snatching has ever looked, much faster underneath the barbell. Very nice position, very convincing, an absolutely superb opening attempt. Now Tian Tao coming back for his second attempt. Looking at his opener, we would be forgiven for assuming he was going to smash this, but unfortunately Tian Tao was not successful on this 172 kilo attempt. Tian has talked about in the past his hands being a little bit too small for snatching. It obviously works very fine in the clean and jerk, but sometimes does seem to catch him on the snatch. Now here is Kianush Rastami back again for his second attempt, and he is going for 172 kilos. Kianush starting with his pre-performance routine, very, very long, holding the barbell in the bottom position, and unfortunately was not successful with that attempt. Appears to be in slight pain, has a bandage around his knee, but it remains to be seen if he is majorly injured. Now back with Tian Tao for his third attempt at 172 kilos, a weight he's made in competition before, at a lighter weight, and unfortunately was not successful. They don't look very close, which is strange considering how close the 165 was. It's the first competition we've seen Tian Tao in quite a while, so we will hopefully see an improvement in the snatch side of performance, but stay tuned for the clean and jerk. Kianush back with 172 in his third attempt, and I think given the second attempt there, I think we all know what this attempt is going to be like. As magnificent as his hair is, it is unfortunately not assisting him in the snatch. A little bit closer, but he does seem to be limping off stage. Now the big dog himself, Lee Dayan, on his second attempt at 176 to secure the gold in the snatch event, although he's already secured gold in the snatch side. His deltoid is absolutely blown out of proportion, and a very convincing 176. Great to watch. Very smooth. Now, absolutely mind-blowing. Comes out for a senior world record, an Asian world record, that doesn't sound right, at 180 kilos. and he absolutely smashes it. Phenomenal lift, great to see. Very convincing overhead, super stable. Great to see Lia Dayan pushing that snatch and pushing the Europeans. Now on to the clean and jerk. Kianush opening nice and light at 186, assuming he's learned from his previous mistakes and just securing a total as best as possible, which makes me so happy to see because I love Kianush. Yeah, he's a character and he's a great lifter, and hopefully he plays this Olympic cycle a little bit smarter. Now Emil back with his clean and jerks, not quite as good at clean and jerking as his snatch, but a very nice 187 kilo clean and jerk. Great lifts. Go follow him on Instagram. Sergi out with his opener at 191 kilos. Very powerful lifter, and the jerks are full of speed. A lot of fast twitch jerks, super powerful lifting. Followed by his second attempt at 196. Very consistent and very Kazakhstan style lifting in the clean, which is super aggressive under, which is a great way to be lifting, and then very powerful jerk on the 196. He was not the only Kazakhstan in this group, but he is certainly the best Kazakhstan in this group. Kazakh lifter 202 apologies on his final attempt. Absolutely smashes the clean, legs for days, and then we'll see a very convincing jerk on this 202. Great use of the whip and the barbell, and unfortunately didn't quite get it. So very, very unstable. Sometimes you get those nerves on stage, but unfortunately did not make the attempt. Here we see Lee Dayan coming out for his first attempt. Reasonably conservative given the scope of the world record in the 89s at 205 kilos. And Lee very routinely pulls the bar high in the clean, but the jerk is phenomenal. Huge improvement in the jerk. I assume the extra muscle mass is helping him produce a little bit more power, but very, very fast under. Now here's Javadi, our other Iranian lifter. He snatched 159, and this is his opener at 205 kilos. He is rough and ready, as the Iranians tend to be, but full of tenacity and major aggression. Now here's one of our Korean lifters, Yu, coming out for his third attempt at 206. Now, Yu, great cleaner, has made successful attempts just before this at 201 and is smashed the clean, and unfortunately just missed that jerk behind. Very, very close, and hopefully we'll see some improvement on that over the next couple of months. Here's Kianush on his second attempt at 207 kilos, mustache glistening, hair flowing in the wind. Unfortunately, clarks it. Now, Kianush comes back again for 207, and unfortunately did not make a successful attempt. A very, very tough clean. So tough it actually blew his belt open, which is why we should never use Velcro belts, because that happens. 207, very close. Very, very, very close. Unfortunate to see. But Kianush did secure a total, which is well on his way to the Olympics. Tian Tao up with his first attempt at 210 kilos, a weight that is superbly routine for him. And as we'll see here, he is reaffirming that. Clean absolutely demolished, and his power jerk, certainly power squat jerk depending on the day, incredible. Because it's above parallel, let's call it a power jerk. So smashed his opener. Nice to see him come in reasonably conservative for his opener. Here's Javadi with his third attempt at 211 to secure a medal in the total, although he's already our bronze medalist. So 211 kilos, and a mighty fine attempt, but not quite successful, but certainly he is there in the future. Lee Dayan coming out for his second attempt at 216 kilos, a huge competition PB for him. While he is, of course, in a heavier weight class, it is still massively a psychological progression to be going for 216 kilos, which is in excess of the world record in the 81s. Clean, solid clean, very, very strong. And unfortunately, the jerk attempt wasn't quite there on this attempt, just a little bit too slow. But we'll see him come out again on his third attempt. Nice and consistent with the clean. His snatch technique seems to have improved in terms of the speed under, and hopefully his clean can follow through. Obviously, it's very hard to make tactical changes at such heavy weights, but clean, nice and solid, makes it very convincingly. And then this jerk is phenomenal. Superb improvements in his jerk, which is great to see. So real improvement in his power jerk. So his speed has improved a lot. So we secured the silver medal for Lee Dayan. And then in classic Tian Tao fashion, we see him jump to 222 kilos for a senior world record and an Asian record. 222 kilos, absolutely smashes the clean on his second attempt. Not quite successful with the jerk, but we have another attempt. So misses the jerk behind, which we routinely see Heart Attack Tian Tao going for. So Tian Tao coming out for his third attempt, the final lift of the session. He is going for the senior world record and, of course, the gold in the clean and jerk. Smashes the clean, an incredible cleaner, and without a doubt, an incredibly convincing jerk at 222 kilos. Great to see, super exciting. Two senior world records. So, very, very interesting session. Of course, the European counterparts will be watching with extreme interest. Carlos and Nino, our two main counterparts in Europe in the 89s, are, of course, very capable of these weights and are very well within the realms and in the mix across these four lifters. So, Tian Tao, Lee Dayan, Nino Pizzoletto, and Carlos Nazar, our Bulgarian, our Italian, and our two Chinese lifters putting up huge weights, going tit for tat this early in the Olympic cycle is phenomenal to see. So Carlos, of course, has had his recent injury with a sink falling on his Achilles and tearing his Achilles, so he had to get surgery to get that reattached. They, however, are very optimistic about his return to training, and hopefully we'll see him. He's a young lifter, and he will, of course, be back very fast. I'm no doubt about it. Very resilient, very strong lifter. Now, Kianush, okay, not a great total for Kianush, but Mr. Rastami did secure a total, and we're all very, very happy about that. Mustache in here looking great as always, and that's just pleasing for everyone to see. Lee Dayan, huge improvements in his snatch, so that's great to see. Big improvements in his jerk also, so the speed is super convincing there. His jerk used to be a little bit slower at the heavier weights, but this looks like a nice improvement in his speed under in the power jerk. Be interesting to see how his clean will progress at these heavier weights, but he is making those 216s, so we will probably see him pushing into those 220s, or at least need to be. Tian Tao, of course, an amazing cleaner. The snatch routinely catches Tian Tao, and he's talked about this, but his hands being just a little bit too small. You'll see his grip is very, very narrow for an 89 kilo lifter. It, however, works when it works, so hopefully we'll see him return to a better form in terms of the snatch. Clean and jerk, 222, very convincing. I've no doubt Tian can make more into the 220s, potentially 225 to 227 in the 89 kilo class. He certainly has the strength reserves, so just require him to push for that far. The Asians, of course, an Olympic qualification event, so very interesting class today. Phenomenal lifting, two senior world records, and I'm sure Nino and Carlos are absolutely frothing at the mouth, getting ready for the World Championships later this year, which I think will be incredible. Everyone seems to be building up for it. Great lifting from all around. Congratulations to Javadi for his bronze medal at the Asians. Great clean and jerker. Hopefully you can improve a bit on that snatch. Thanks for watching, guys. Hope you enjoyed today's recap. It was a great session, and you can watch it on the International Weightlifting Federation's YouTube, who is streaming all sessions.